This is not the time for Panglossian spin. Last week's election results were a thumping defeat for the Tories and a warning of what is likely to follow at a general election. Although Labour under Keir Starmer is not as popular as New Labour under Blair, the electorate is wary of a Conservative Party that has no vision. All we seem to offer is an arguably competent management of the status quo, which the Labour Party seeks to mimic. Yet the status quo is not good enough. Public services are not of a satisfactory standard at the moment. HMRC cannot be bothered to answer the telephone and sets response targets that it doesn't meet. Minor motoring infringements lead to driving bans. Unnecessary checks on safe food from the EU will push up prices and stop some goods coming in. The government seems set on managing for the concerns of the manager, not for the voters. This needs to change. The little inconveniences of life must be removed, and officialdom must work for the citizen, not the other way round. Legal migration needs to be reduced further as it harms the standard of living of the poorest the most. It can be brought down by ministerial action and does not need primary legislation. Illegal migration must be dealt with more promptly, and flights to Rwanda need to become a reality. The war on the motorist must stop. 20 mph speed limits removed as even the Welsh government has realised they are useless and annoying. And the power of councils to fine for trivial infringements must go. These little routes just make people's lives a little bit more difficult. Green policies that make us cold and poor need to be suspended. Surcharges on electricity ought to fall on the state, not on the consumer or business, making us less competitive. And the ambition for net zero should be delayed until there's affordable technology or other countries begin to catch up. The ban on petrol and diesel cars must go, not just be delayed for a few years. We need to build more homes that are beautiful and not ones that have tiny upstairs windows for fictional health and safety purposes. Those entering the workforce today must have the hope of owning their own homes within the next few years rather than waiting for inheritance. We must stop the war on our own supporters, our own Conservative supporters, by ending the attacks on those who let out property, whether as holiday lets or as shortholds. We must stop attacking second home owners, most of whom are probably Conservative. We must deal with the terrible marginal rates that led to a constituent. A constituent wrote to me last week saying he is turning down a job earning £120,000 a year because he's just as well off on £80,000 and has less stress. These vicious marginal rates are damaging to economic activity and harsh on the individuals who are affected by them. We must support our nation by being proud of its noble history and not giving in to those who hate Britain and all that we have achieved. We must not kowtow to the woke agenda or adjust our language to satisfy fanatics. In short, we must be conservative and show ourselves to be on the side of voters. Trust the people is a better slogan than coalition of chaos. As ever, let me know your thoughts. Mail Mogg at GBNews.com.